So, transfer deadline day is over, and the biggest deal of them was the final one to be done at the end of a frantic day of last-minute moves.
Great to have you with us on deadline day.
Could Jorginho leave Chelsea for Arsenal?
Well, they're certainly interested.
João Cancelo is in Germany.
Could we see a world record transfer in the WSL?
Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea want to bring in the Benfica midfielder.
It could be that 120 million euros and 106 million pounds goes in Enzo Fernandez.
To spend that amount of money, it's obscene.
So Khalil now, a.k.a. Gary Neville. Is Graham Potter going to be under pressure?
I'll have to say, I think so.
It's quite easy to confuse Lee Hendry.
Nottingham Forest, they've agreed a fee for the Brazil centre-back Felipe.
I've got a question, Gary. I mean, you're so synonymous with Manchester United. What have you made of their business so far?
Obviously, losing Cristiano Ronaldo was a real blow. Something came out with Piers Morgan.
You're about to see John Joe Shelby arriving at the training ground.
Newcastle are now looking for a midfielder to come in and replace John Joe Shelby.
Do you think they could beat Fulham to Sanderberger's future?
I think that deal is going to be difficult to do.
Tottenham look like they've finally made a breakthrough. Pedro Porro flew into London last night. He will have his medical today. Arsenal, we can now say, are close to agreeing a deal with Chelsea for midfielder Jorginho.
I think this is a move that makes sense.
Newcastle have confirmed a new signing.
Newcastle have completed the signing of Harrison Ashby.
Matt Doherty is joining Atletico Madrid. The big centre-back, the Brazilian Felipe, he's undergoing a medical right now before he signs a short-term contract for Forest Hope.
It's been confirmed João Cancelo has completed that move to Bayern Munich.
It shows his dissatisfaction with his position within Manchester City.
It's a midnight deadline, so I can stand out in the rain an hour longer.
Oh, he needs little windscreen wipers on those glasses.
Christian Eriksen out until April or May.
We have players who can fill the gap.
For me, I would say, out of every player, he would have been the one I wouldn't have wanted to miss if I was a Man United, is Eriksen.
I mean, they've got Fred McTominay there.
This is Nicholas Raskin, the Standard Liège midfielder, arriving a few minutes ago at the Rangers training ground. Fast forward 2 hours, now we're talking about a potential move for Marcel Sabitzer.
The sporting director having his phone in the hand and talking to Chelsea and talking to Manchester United.
He doesn't get in the Bayern Munich team.
He can play everywhere in the midfield and he can shoot like a horse.
According to his Wikipedia, already says he plays for Manchester United. So
Really? Number one target, Pedro Porro, on, off.
On, medical, underway.
Arsenal will not be signing Alessia Russo.
The fall from grace for João Cancelo at City is quite spectacular.
Hey, he denied an argument with Pep Guardiola.
É uma equipa que vive títulos, clube que todos os anos ganha.
Almost a five-a-side team.
Not a very good one.
Speak for yourself.
You're still the goalie, Jay.
Let's head over to Kirsty Edwards and find out all about Nathan Opoku.
He has gone straight out on loan to Leicester City's sister club over in Belgium.
Matthias Viña from Roma, the left-back who has joined on loan. He arrived at the Vitality Stadium this morning.
Enzo Fernandez is preparing to give his medical in Portugal.
The only sticking point in this is the structure of the deal.
I'd be really interested to maybe know the private thoughts of the manager.
You just keep down. You think he's doing the Shearer down the knees? Is that like that?
Management has passed me by now.
Who has the best contacts? Oh, it's boring.
Mike, keep an eye out. Braden's expecting some huge breaking news.
Who gets the most stories?
Marcel Sabitzer. We're told that talks are ongoing and we think that the player is very keen on the move to Old Trafford.
The only question is, he's not played much for Bayern.
Let's go straight to Michael Bridge at Tottenham. He has breaking news.
And it's involving Jed Spence, and he decided to join Rennes.
What about Pedro Porro?
Not complete just yet.
Albert Sambi Lokonga, we are told, in talks with Crystal Palace.
You touched on Enzo Fernandez.
One source telling us the player has had his medical. I'm not sure whether that is 100% right.
Fulham have signed the Serbian midfielder Sasha Lukic.
Cedric Suarez. Now, this has been going on the whole transfer window to Fulham. It looks like it's progressing positively.
And there are their new signings, Gordon and Ashby.
players in the two.
Jorginho is now an Arsenal player.
And there he is with his new number 20 shirt.
It's an important shirt. It's an amazing club, a big one.
He's better than El Neni.
12 million. You know, what a great signing it is.
He can adapt to, you know, sort of any team that he goes to.
Marcel Sabitzer is on the ground. He's landed in Manchester.
Man United have acted real quickly, but it's going to be a huge blow, Jules, because he is a very talented individual, Eriksen.
A very exciting signing for AFC Bournemouth. They confirm in a statement they have completed the signing of highly rated Ukraine international Ilya Zabani.
These cars have been arriving at Manchester United's training grounds. You see, the second one here has Marcel Sabitzer.
Looks like I'm going to be here to the bitter end. Luckily, I've charged my hot water bottle.
Spurs have just announced they have mutually agreed to the termination of Doherty's contract.
I understand it's to do with a FIFA loan limit.
To break through for Chelsea, they have reached an agreement with Benfica. As long as everything's done in time, Enzo Fernandez will be a Chelsea player.
There's a mad rush behind the scenes just to make sure that is all done.
It is the biggest ever deal in the history of British football.
They've done it, finally. Tottenham have signed Pedro Porro.
Down on the spot.
I'm a very good player, and they've been chasing him a long time and identified him, so I'm glad it's over the line.
Enzo Fernandez on the cards but not confirmed to Chelsea. Pedro Porro just confirmed in the last few minutes to Spurs. Marcel Sabitzer to Manchester United, not yet confirmed.
As you heard those bongs from Big Ben, we got confirmation that Nottingham Forest have confirmed the signing of Jonjo Shelvey.
Manchester United have got this deal over the line. Marcel Sabitzer comes on loan.
It means that he joins in time to potentially feature at the weekend.
Enzo Fernandez has been removed from Benfica's website. He's no longer a Benfica player. They are actually paying 121 million euros. The player also, wait for this, will be signing a contract until the summer of 2031.